Blaze of Consumption, Arise from the Ashes, is a book that will give you the tools to overcome in any situation. Inspired from Renee Johnson's real-life testimony, this Revelation book shows you how to truly rise through the ashes. Isaiah 43 verse 2 says, when you pass through the waters, I will be with you, and through the rivers, they shall not overflow you. When you walk through the fire, you shall not be burned, nor shall the flames scorch you. This book shows you how to operate in the power and authority of Jesus Christ, coming through every trial victorious. In Evangelist Renee's book, she states, just as God was in the fiery furnace with 3 Hebrew boys, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, he was also there with me through my fiery furnace, and he's there with you too. Now we are joining Evangelist Christine McCreary and Evangelist Renee Johnson as she shares more.
So I'm sitting here with Renee Johnson, who wrote this book, The Blaze of Consumption, Arise from the Ashes. So, Renee, what inspired you to write this book?
One of the things that inspired me to write the book was that being that I went through several relationships of abuse, and I began to think about my past life and looking at a lot of things around that I've heard people say that they've been through, I decided to go back and revisit some areas of my life, and to heal from it, I decided to write about it.
It's easy to go through these things on your own and these trials, and when God's self-examining and working on the inside, it's a very easy road, but it's hard to put it on paper and really be vulnerable. So, I really commend you for opening up and everything like that. Did you find it hard to release this book, or was it something that God really wanted you to do?
It was something that God really wanted me to do, because when I began to write that book, I was actually still in an abusive relationship, and I finished writing it just before it was time for me to be released out of that situation. So right after I finished the book, it closed that chapter of my life, and so once that was closed, then the healing began, and now I'm out and I'm free. So it's very, very open for me to talk about it.
Amen, amen. And you can see the information's at the bottom of your screen. They're actually going to be doing a play coming up very shortly, and it's The Blaze of Consumption, Arise from the Ashes. You want to get this book. Just look at the information at the bottom of the screen, and you can get this book. This will change your life.
You can get your copy now of Blaze of Consumption, Arise from the Ashes from Amazon.com. Many testimonies are pouring in, like Amanda Dandridge, who writes, Renee has overcome some of the most horrible circumstances. Her courage and faith
is
is
so strong that it is truly uplifting to anyone who may be going through the toughest of times. Renee and her testimony has certainly been an inspiration to me.
Miss Renee, looking at you every day with a big smile on your face, no one will never know what you endure. There's so many ladies that walk around with the same issues day after day. Some of them show it on their face and some of them don't. I am one of those ladies that just like you. I went through some of the things that you went through. And I could truly say in both of our testimonies that God was through it all. He helped us fight every issue that came towards us in our lifetime and made us the women that we are today. Your book, your testimony, helped me in areas that I thought that I was over. And it helped me to come to grips that God is real. A lot of things I omit out of my life that you brought back into my life, and I have went to some people, I talked to some people, and I prayed, and I could truly say that my life is 100% better after I read your book.
I recently had the experience of reading The Blaze of Consumption, written by Renee, and I must say this was a life-altering experience, reading through the experiences that she was able to open up and share with us. What it did for me was it opened up a different realm of prayer to know that there's a lot of young women that are experiencing things like this, and I do believe God is a healer. He's a deliverer, and the people who have gone through those situations, I believe the women, or just through prayer, these women have been delivered, and I think this book is a great avenue for them to have an outlet and some deliverance.
Plays of Consumption by Renee Johnson is really a page turner. I normally don't sit and read books, but I opened this and I really couldn't put it down. It only took me 2 days to finish it, and it's just life-touching, and to know Miss Johnson and to see her almost every day and see what she's been through, it keeps you stronger, it keeps you grounded. So you got to get out, get this book.
Reading Renee's book, I was reminded how awful the world can be and how truly blessed my life has been. I have seen movies and read other books that reflect the same horrors that happened to her. I know it is God that sends these things, like Renee's book, into my path so that I am reminded
how blessed my life is and how much Jesus needs to come on down and start running things. I am so glad that Renee found Jesus through her ordeal. I pray that anyone else who suffers through this kind of situation finds him too. It will take time, but he will heal you, and he will be walking with you the whole way, writes Crystal Spencer. This book also inspired a play, Something's Gotta Give, showing June 30th, 2012 at 7:30 p.m. in the Ritz Theater located in downtown Jacksonville, Florida. Tickets are available now at testimonies.net. The delivery power of God is upon this book. Get your copy today and begin rising from the ashes at Amazon.com.